Hi, this is my final project for mythology. We are going to talk about the story of Cupid and Psyche, sometimes known as Eros and Psyche. So it begins with a king and a queen of an unnamed city who have three exceptionally beautiful daughters. The youngest daughter is Psyche. She's the most beautiful of all of them. She amasses a following of people from this unnamed city who make the grave mistake of neglecting the proper worship of Venus, known as Aphrodite in the Greek mythology. Instead of participating in the proper worship of Venus, the goddess of beauty, they instead pray and leave offerings to Psyche. The rumor mill in the city believes Psyche to be either the second coming of Venus or her daughter from some unseemly union. The goddess is outraged and sends her son Cupid or Eros to exact her revenge. She wants him to shoot Psyche with an arrow so that she will fall in love with something hideous. However, Cupid promptly cuts himself on his own arrow and falls deeply in love with Psyche. So he enacts a plot of his own to retrieve Psyche for himself as a wife. Unbeknownst to him, her parents had seen an oracle and been informed that she will marry a hideous winged sky beast who will eat her and her child. So they sacrifice her to the hideous thing, and she is taken away by the god of the wind for Cupid. He keeps himself hidden from her, not wanting to worry her in her new environment. However, her parents had told her she was married to a hideous creature, and so she plans to kill her new husband. However, in the process, she sees him for the first time and is overcome by his beauty. She is startled and wounds herself on an arrow, which incites a feverish passion for Cupid. And then she accidentally wounds him with hot oil from her lantern, and he runs in pain, leaving her to chase him futilely. Psyche travels the earth looking for her husband, trying and failing to receive help from other goddesses at their temples, such as Ceres or Demeter, and Juno, Hera, the queen of the goddesses, before she realizes she must serve Venus. Here it sounds like Cinderella. She is tortured by two handmaids, worry and sadness, and physically abused by the goddess herself. Venus tasks her with several trials. First, she must separate a great pile of various grains and beans by dawn. Second, she must fetch the golden wool of a violent sheep belonging to Helios, the god of the sun. Third, she must collect the black water from the source of the river Styx. And finally, she must go to the underworld and obtain a dose of the beauty of Proserpina, or Persephone. These tasks all seem impossible, but Psyche receives help from unlikely places. In the first, a fleet of insects help her sort the grain, allowing her to finish it in the allotted time. In the second, a divinely inspired reed in the river has her collect the wool of the ram caught on briars. In the third trial, Jupiter himself takes pity on Psyche and sends an eagle to collect the water. The final task, however, is daunting, and she almost throws herself off of a tower before the tower itself gives her instructions and supplies to get to the underworld so that she may complete the task and retain the beauty of Proserpina. Proserpina gives her the beauty easily enough, putting up minimal resistance after all the others. But Psyche is tempted, like Pandora with the box, and she opens it, wishing to see the beauty of Proserpina. Instead, it is revealed that it actually contains an infernal sleep like Sleeping Beauty. Cupid finds her unconscious and wakes her from this eternal sleep with a kiss before forging a deal with Jupiter to receive his blessing for their sacred marriage. And Jupiter elevates her to the status of an immortal so that they may be equals in marriage. These two are a story of deep love and consequences, which lends itself to pieces of other myths. for it to become more recognizable to the modern audience. Their sacred marriage and the struggles of humanity with hubris and temptation, as well as the sacred power of religious love, displays the idea that in hard times supernatural forces may arise to benefit you. And this is why this tale of Cupid and Psyche is so touching.